Hey, what's going on, everybody? Alex here and Lily here. So you guys know a little bit about me. I'm pretty much out there on Facebook, social media, and whatnot. So we thought we'd make a little video, have a little fun here because I want to ask Lily just a few questions of before we got married and everything, right? Uh, so Lily, she's been making a lot of videos herself, and I know she likes to travel, but before we got married, Lily, I'd like to know, what did you do for fun? Like, what do you like to do?
Well, not necessarily for fun, but one of the things that I enjoyed the most, or enjoyed a lot, was traveling. And
Mhm.
there's a lot into that I can say or talk about.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed traveling.
Hmm.
I had the privilege of the honor to be able to travel to different places, different countries.
Hmm.
And every single trip was different, and every single trip was like amazing
Yeah,
in its own way.
for sure. I like traveling myself. You probably traveled a lot more than I have. But I mean, we're going to be doing quite a bit of traveling together. So, what's, I guess, one of the places that was your favorite place that you visited?
One of my favorites, it's always, well, I might get in trouble here because I really enjoy every single place. Okay,
Yeah,
friends,
yeah,
every place
yeah.
I went,
You got
I
best friends
enjoyed
like
them.
everywhere.
Yes, but who cannot enjoy Paris? Okay, so that's beautiful.
Yeah.
There's so much to talk. We can talk a lot about that one, but
Uh-huh.
I enjoy North Africa a
Hmm.
lot, and I enjoy Panama for sure. It's like a second
Yeah.
home to me.
Yeah.
I enjoy Belize. I enjoy
Mhm.
Puerto Rico. I enjoy. Oh, I can keep going.
Yeah, so
Each country has its
she's
own thing.
that's
Really,
already
honestly.
that's pretty awesome. That's pretty epic. So it when you're visiting those
Honduras too.
when you're visiting those countries, I'm sure they had like
Mexico.
a variety of different the culture obviously, but also the foods. I mean, is
Oh
that
yes,
do you like food or
yes. I ate this humongous camel hamburger in Morocco. I ate
yeah,
this amazing also lizard and an
Liz,
iguana, but that was in
lizard.
Central America. Yes, and an iguana dish kind of
Yeah.
thing. It was amazing.
See, this is cool. I like this because I didn't know none of that about her. Yeah, I know she likes to travel and she does like to try different things, but a lizard.
A camel hamburger was pretty epic. It was amazing. Also, the lizard was delicious, but
Yeah,
they won as well.
cool, cool. So some of these places too, when you visited, you had like I guess like speaking engagements or
Yes,
you didn't.
yes. Most of the places I've been is because of the habits
Yeah.
speaking, and I enjoy that more than anything else. That was just like amazing. I enjoyed that a lot.
Now that's something that I really like myself, and that's kind of how we met in a way. We both, I guess, love food,
Yes,
and we speak in
I
front of
love Thai
people.
food. I have to say
Yeah, I think everybody knows that by
that.
now. But I like cooking. I like speaking. I like talking. Obviously, I'm
I
talking
like
a lot
eating.
right now. So yeah, we get together quite often. Well, we get along when it comes to that quite often, and that's pretty much like I said how we met and everything. I like that she does speak and I speak myself, but the fact that she's so into food, like I was, I mean, before I would eat like anything and I wouldn't really care because I've always been someone to try this, try that.
Me
I,
too.
I think the craziest thing, I don't know if you know, that I've ate was it's called a balut egg. And that's pretty much a baby egg. And there's literally the baby is inside the egg. And there's you go look it up. So I think that's a little bit too much in, I guess, in depth. But I don't know. Would you try that?
Yes, I've seen tried everything at least once.
Yes.
Yes, but I have
Yeah.
myself been in trouble with trying all
Different
kinds of,
foods.
yeah,
Yeah.
different foods. I enjoyed it. But
But the thing is too, like I love trying different cultures, like as far as the food and everything. Uh, Here in America, our food. I mean, we have a lot of fast food, right? And that's not always good for us. We actually,
It's convenient.
it's convenient, but we call it the SAD diet, which is the standard American diet, and it's unhealthy, even though it is convenient. So kind of like how Lily and I met was through this amazing company, and we got to give a shout out to Soren,
Oh, yes.
right?
Hi.
Hey, Soren. So we pretty much, I mean, met in a way through him as well. So that's another story. That's a blessing, and
But the
we,
company, yes.
yeah, the
True,
company
sorry.
is amazing because it's not only changed her life, it's changed my life.
Yes.
But like I said, that's how we met, and it has to do a lot with food actually. And like I said, in America is a standard American diet. So everything we consume and put into our bodies, it can be really good for us or really bad, right?
Definitely.
So I mean, for you, what were you doing? Were you doing anything for your health and leading up to the time we met?
Yes, you're touching a pretty hard subject for me. I was trying to eat healthy. I was trying to do things that were healthy, not because I was conscious healthy, but because I needed to.
Mm.
Not because it was something like, okay, it's my option. Instead of doing this, I'm gonna do this. It was because of a need. I was in a pretty bad situation for many, many years. So that led me to, okay, the situation was so bad that I was able to eat certain things at one point, and then another time certain things, and so it becomes so confusing that it was a pretty bad situation.
Mm.
But I was, yes, trying to eat healthy, but not. I didn't have the results, so I didn't see or experience the things that I have.
Yeah,
Healthy.
yeah. And we just don't know what's going on at the cellular level. We don't know if we're eating the right foods. Sometimes things are labeled organic and it's not even organic. Like when did we have to label something so that we know that it's good for us?
That it is.
Right. That's pretty ridiculous to me, and that's my opinion, I guess. But when we came across this company, we had one of the reasons why I came across it and took up on it is because it has to do with task-based nutrition. So there's actually a test involved that tells you if what you're doing is really good for you or really bad for you, right? So, like I said earlier, whatever you eat, whatever you consume, is going to be really good or really bad. And what I mean by that is it has to do with essential fatty acids, which consist of omega 6s and omega 3s.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you go to a fast food restaurant, which is a lot of restaurants here in North America, right? And probably some places where you've been to as well. But yeah.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
We can get in trouble.
So a lot of the foods that you consume, that you eat on a daily basis, you're probably consuming more of omega 6s. And we need some, but not too much in our diet. The thing is, our DNA was actually designed and made up of omega 6s and omega 3s. So for every omega 6 you have, you should have equivalent to one omega 3. Now, when I took this test, my numbers are way off. How about yours?
I don't even want to say it. They were off. I mean, like big, high, horrible. There's a little thing, like a little thermometer, right?
Yeah.
And it goes like from red, orange, yellow, and green.
Yeah.
Well, mine was like all the way to not just red, almost black. That's how bad it was.
Black.
No, pretty red. I mean, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, and mine was pretty bad too. And every time I look at it, I try to laugh it off. But on a serious note, it's pretty bad. Go ahead.
Do you want me to tell you where I was?
Yeah, so keep in mind for every omega 6 you have, you should have the same amount of omega 3. So your DNA should be one omega 6 to one omega 3. So
I was at 25.3 to 1.
25 0.3 to 1.
And that's probably why I was feeling the way I was feeling.
Yeah.
I had so much situations that I was dealing with, and I was, I'll be honest, 16 years struggling with health issues, and it was not fun.
Doesn't sound fun. 16 years is quite a long time, right? And her numbers being that high is pretty bad because you should be no more than a 3 to 1 ratio. That's what science recommends for optimal health. Now,
Well,
I tested to be 23.4 to 1, which is really bad too. Actually, according to the WHO, you should be no more than a 5 to 1 ratio, right? If you're above 5 to 1, then your red blood cells, they're just extremely hard, they're extremely stiff. And that's not good for you because you can't flush out bad toxins, but you can't absorb everything that you're putting into your body as well. So you took a test, you're above 20 to 1.
yes, the fun part about it is that I was so scared, right? So I was like, okay, I heard, okay, after 4 months, you can have another test. Your cells renew every 120 days, so you'll have the results that you're gonna see the before and after picture kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So I waited 1 more month. I was so scared to do it, and I was like, no, wait 1 more.
Yeah.
It was so bad. And when you are in a really hard situation and you're dealing with all these other products, and nothing is really working, you're basically thanking every day that you're alive, and you're enjoying those moments because you just don't know. It's like this life is given to me, this permission is given to me, maybe just 24 hours more. You don't know.
Yeah.
So when I saw my second results, it was amazing. And I was very thankful to God because before that, I had already experienced some really amazing changes. Before the 4 months, before the 5 months, at the fifth month is when I did it, my second test. But I was already experiencing changes that I was like, okay, what is this? What is this?
That's crazy.
It was amazing. So can I tell you the results on my second one?
Yeah, let's hear it. And here's the great thing though. When I was with her, I think we were in Mexico when you actually pulled up your second results, right? And we found out together, so that was exciting.
Yes.
What was
my second test results was 3 to 1.
She came back exactly 3 to 1 and under. Now that's amazing. And you've been on it. I mean, you use the products quite a bit.
Now I use the product. I've been using this product for actually 1 year.
Nearly a year. Yeah. So as I was saying, it's a test, and it pulls up a 9-page report on your entire diet and health. So what Lily and I did was we took a test, and it's this little small prick to your finger, a little bit of blood, and then that's what pulls up the 9-page report. It goes to a lab called Vitas in Norway, and then all you do is simply start using these amazing products, the balance oil, and for a minimum of 4 months. And then she, like her and I did, we took a second test, and then what we did was compare those results of before and after, right? So my second test results, I came back 2.4 to 1, so below 3 to 1. That's amazing. That's definitely amazing. Why? Well, 99% of the population, they're above a 3 to 1 ratio. 99% of the population, right? And it's getting worse and worse as each generation goes by. So that's pretty scary. That's very scary, actually.
I think the most exciting thing for me, and I want to share that right now, is that after the 16 years of struggles, this last year, actually, it's been like every single time I feel better and better and better as months go by. So I have to say that, yes, it was all divine, divine appointments. And very thankful to God that I feel better. I mean, I'm enjoying the best health ever. you know, in the last 15, 16 years were horrible in many ways.
Let me ask
Health-wise.
you let me ask you, what was one or two of the biggest changes you either felt or seen on paper?
Well, I was very on paper.
Mhm.
I was very accustomed, very sadly, I had to do lab reports constantly. So it was part of routines. And as soon as I was bad, you know, I was sent to get lab reports and all that. So when it came to the test part, when I was told about this and I saw these, I was like, okay, sure, I'll do it, you know. It becomes so, it was like a source, something that I can trust, something that I can, oh yeah, I can go about this and believed it, right? One of the things that I saw and I noticed in my results is some of the things that I was struggling with, they were going under control and they were disappearing and things like that. So I have not just our lab results, but also the other results that I kept doing, you know, just to verify, to enjoy the results.
That's what I like though about this company, is that you can actually see your own results from your own blood. You know, there's not many places where you can do that from. Actually, I don't know of any myself personally, besides going to your local clinic or doctor. But hey, thanks for sharing, you know, and I guess I'll ask you more questions later. But
Ooh.
the first thing is, you know, get yourself into balance. It's pretty important, especially if you have family, children. Yeah, it's good to know on the safe side versus not knowing at all. So we've been educating a lot of people with this and changing hundreds of people's lives. But it's such a blessing. The biggest blessing is, for me, is I met my wife here, and we're happy doing what we're doing, traveling, helping people with their health, income, etc. Yeah. Any last words?
Well, enjoying, you know, the products is amazing.
Yeah.
They're amazing. It's awesome just to be able to enjoy what we have in our hands. But also, some of our products that we have, some of them I just call them like, okay, my favorites. Some are my favorites.
Yeah, the balance concept, it's just the beginning, a first step to better health and everything. Of course, we have an amazing product line, and we have two other main products that coincide hand in hand with the balance products itself. We call that the health protocol, and we can get to that on another video, unless you want to touch base real quick on it.
Basically, not me, no. It's just that there's a few things that I really want to share.
Well, this
has been an amazing and a great friend. Yeah. Not just for me, but for many.
Well,
many of my friends.
We will get to this, whatever this is, on the next video.
This one?
Yeah, I think this one's pretty much my favorite. But anyways, I appreciate you guys tuning in, hearing a little bit about her, a little bit about me. Probably more about her. But hey, like I said, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll be making another video soon.
See ya.
Bye-bye. See you on the inside.